Good evening, fellow night dwellers. It's NaNoWriMo season, and if you're like me, you're trying to get all your demons in a row. In this video series, we're going to get our Scrivener file set up, so once we hit November 1st, we can focus on writing. This is our goal, a Scrivener file fully armed and prepped for content so we can just focus on writing. In this section, we're just going to open up Scrivener and get familiar with its layout. If you're more experienced with the program, you might want to skip to the focus videos linked below. As Scrivener launches, note that I'm using Scrivener 3 on a Mac with the OS Mojave. If you're running on a different version, the functionality and hotkeys may be different. Whenever you launch Scrivener, if this launch screen is not available, that's no problem. Go up to File, New Project. The first thing you'll see is an interactive tutorial. If you have the time, I highly suggest this tutorial. It's in-app, hands-on. Whenever I was starting out Scrivener, I tried to just jump in without any guidance. And the first, second, third time, I gave up because I was a little bit overwhelmed. This tutorial changed all of that. And now I use Scrivener exclusively for all of my writing. Okay, let's go over to Fiction, Novel, and choose. Give your novel a name and press Create. Just really quick before we jump in, the reason I started with a template is because the blank page, which you can get to from your launch screen, is very barren. It doesn't have any of the character sketches, which are also called templates, or anything of that nature set up. So I usually start from a template and then customize it for my needs. I'm going to close out this blank one. To start with, let's familiarize ourselves with the screen. Up top here, we have our toolbar. That's where we can change our view settings, search for things, add things in. All of these quick buttons we'll be going over within this series. On the far right side, we have our inspector. You can show and hide the inspector with the little blue circle with an eye in the center. The central area is called our editor. This is where we do all of our writing. If you like to customize your writing, we have the format bar right above the editor. This allows you to bold, pick your font, anything of that nature. On our left-hand side, we have the binder. This is where all of our manuscript, characters, research, notes, templates, everything is found. You can think of it as a finder for all of your documents within the project. Personally, I like to organize my binder before I do anything else. I'm going to close up all of the folders so we're not distracted. And the first thing I'm going to do is move this front matter. The front matter is for whenever you're exporting your document. We're not going to be doing that for a long time. So I'm going to move it down above the trash. To move any content within the binder, you simply click, hold, and drag. I'm pulling all the way to the left. You'll see the little circle with the line. In my case, it's pink. This shows you where you are within the binder. If you hover over a folder, it'll automatically open that folder so you can place things inside. I don't want to do that. I want to go right above the trash on its own line. So I pull to the far left above the trash. And there's my front matter. Now, if you go into the research folder, you'll see this sample output. This is really neat. It gives you an idea of what the front matter will do for your manuscript, as well as the words inside. Personally, I don't need this as well, so I take the sample output, click, drag, and I put it into the front matter so I have a reminder of it later. I'm going to close this up. Before we jump into our next section, I'm going to show you how to add a text document to our research and notes folder so you can bring in everything you already have set up. Whether you have it in your favorite note-taking application, on the napkin, the back of your hand, your notebook, your bullet journal, wherever you have your notes, it's wonderful to bring it all into Scrivener so you have it all in one place, ready to go at your fingertips. Go to Research folder, and there are several ways we can add a new document. You can click the plus sign in the lower left-hand corner. You can click the large green plus sign in the top toolbar. You can go to Project, New Text. This also shows the shortcut key or the hotkey. In this case, it's Command N. Another option is to right-click on the folder, go to Add and New Text. You can also go down to this little gear, Add and New Text. As with every program, there's a million ways you can do it. Find the way or ways that's most comfortable for you. A couple things to notice. If you don't have any writing within your text document, and you haven't named the document, it'll be called Untitled Document and it will show up in gray. If you start typing within this document, you'll notice that the name of the document changes. It's still in this gray italic, but it takes the first line from your document and plugs it into the title area. If you want to do a custom title, click on that folder, click one more time on the text, and you can change it to anything you like. Don't like that method? That's fine. You can go up to the top of your editor, select the text, and rename it, pressing enter. Here's a quick tip before we wrap this video up. If any of this is not showing up for you, if your binder is gone, if your inspector isn't there, if your editor is acting funny, I suggest you go to the View in your menu. This is where you can hide and show all the different parts of your display. For example, I'm going to go to Show tab Bar. I know in the next section I'm going to want to pull some text from a previously made document. If you're dealing with multiple manuscripts, this is also very helpful. That way you don't have windows floating all over the place. Now that we've had an introduction to Scrivener, let's develop some character. Thank you for tuning in to fiction's darker side. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. We're always busy composing writing-related tool tutorials, bullet journal spreads, and advice conversation videos. If there's any topic you'd like to see more on, drop it in the comments below or ping me on social media. Have a pleasant evening.